Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, The Moody Pages. So today I have a really fun vlog for you. So I checked out a few books from the library and these are all from R L Stine. So here's what we got. Alright, here's like the lineup, and I plan on trying to read these for the next 2 days. So for the next 48 hours, this is what I'm gonna be reading. We'll see how far I can get, because look how thick this one is. So I have like no hope for this one. I do, however, have hope for these three. These are the 3 books that I definitely plan on reading, and I am pretty excited. I read a few Goosebumps books. Maybe I should take a thumbnail real quick. I tried reading a few Goosebumps books back in the day and I read them, but I don't know, like I don't remember what they were. And we watched Goosebumps with my daughter and it mentioned this dude Slappy and I totally forgot about him, so I'm excited to see what he's about because I don't remember. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm not sure exactly which one I'm gonna start, but one of these. Okay, I am halfway through Slappy World's Slappy Birthday to You, and this is crazy. So much has happened within I think the first 20 pages. I was just like, oh my gosh, there's a lot going on here. This is like meant for TV. Like, you know, some books you can just like completely picture as a complete like movie or TV show. Well, most books I read are like that. I feel like this, I can literally just picture full-blown cast, what, like, I don't know. This one is more vivid to me, but I also don't know if that's because I like watched that movie Goosebumps. So this is so okay, so I'm on page 64. Ian's cousins, Vinny and Johnny, psychos, like crazy kids. And then second off, Molly and Ian like constantly fighting. Oh my gosh. I forgot how crazy kids, like siblings, can be. Me and my brother used to fight all the time, so I'm sure my mom was like not having it with us as kids, or we don't fight like that anymore. But a lot has happened. So Slappy is finally alive. The first like 20 pages, what happened was like the dad like totally like joked about like taking us eyeballs, and that kind of caught me off guard because I was like, what the heck am I reading? Like, this is for kids. Where is it? I don't know. Okay, I will find it, but I was just like, what the heck? And then came in the cousins, and the cousins are just like pieces of crap. I could not stand them. Okay, so here it is. On page 7 is where I was like, what the heck? Hey Dad, Ian started. Mom says, here's a birthday surprise for you, Mr. Barker said. He reached both hands to his face, plucked out his eyes, and held them up to Ian. Would that not be like a terrifying thought? And then like the next page is Ian groaned, "Dad, you've been doing the joke since I was 2. It just isn't funny anymore." Okay, so, I mean, but me as a reader, I did not know that was a joke. So I was just like, what the heck? Very confused, very confused. And then I cannot say enough how much I do not like these cousins. Pieces of craps is what they are. Need to get them under control. But anyways, I'm halfway through it. There's so much chaos going in here. It's amazing. And also I can see how this is definitely meant for like younger readers to like hold their attention, because like it's like one thing after the other that's like boom, boom, boom. Like this is what's happening. This is what's happening. This is like the whiny voices that you hear in your head. These are the personalities. Oh. So far, very good. The character development, A+, A+. All right, I will keep reading and update you guys with my final thoughts. Okay, so I just finished Sloppy World's Sloppy Birthday to You. This was intense, and I guess, okay, so I started reading the back, and you know how I mentioned how this is just like totally made to capture people's like attention. Okay, it appeals to 4th to 6th graders, and this is a 4th grade reading level. So I'm definitely reading some very sophisticated books, you know? But the ending, like the rest of the book was pretty crazy. Okay, I wrote down some notes as I was reading because I was just like, oh my gosh. And also there's like totally a party outside of our apartment where we're like next to a pool. Okay, so everything was kind of leading up to a family talent show. Like I feel like that was like the climax of everything, like leading up to stuff, and this is where we see the start of Slappy messing around with stuff. Who has a family talent show when there's only 4 kids in the family? Like and then like the kids don't even really get along. Like why even bother? So I thought that was kind of like dumb. We never really had family talent shows, and there was definitely a lot more kids in our family, but you know, who's to say? But there was one that I thought, a quote that I thought was kind of funny. Okay, let me read it to you. This is on page 71. Johnny just got like one of the pins dropped on his head from their juggling act, and it like totally knocked him out. And this Mr. Harding, Johnny's dad, helped Johnny sit up. "Are you dizzy? Do you feel lightheaded?" "Of course he feels lightheaded," Sloppy suddenly chimed in. "There's no brain in there." I about died laughing. I was like busting up at some of the stuff that Sloppy was saying. I thought he was pretty comedic, but also horrifying if you think about it in like the broader spectrum of things, like that he's just like this like a doll, ventriloquist doll. And then so like, you know, everyone finds out Sloppy's alive. The dad, like Ian's dad, finds out, and so he holds him down, and he's like, the only way that I can get like maybe stop him is by pulling off his head, because Sloppy ripped up like those 6 words. And I just thought it was kind of like graphic, like thinking like rip off his head, and so like Ian's like twisting off the head. It doesn't really work, and then like all these dolls start coming out, and I thought that they were gonna be like supporting and like helping Ian and like the rest of the humans, but no, they were attacking. And then to like make things even crazier, Abigail, Molly's doll, is alive. Okay. And then she like totally helps him out, comes in clutch, but then is like also awful. That's how the book ends. So no, I think that there was a lot going on here, and I feel weird like reading like children's books, because I mean it's a children's book, but also I like read this in like 2 or 3 hours, which I know, guys, it's only like 130 pages, and I read it in not long. Like I feel like I could have been faster, but it is what it is. And I don't know what reading I'd give it, maybe 5-star, but it's not necessarily 5-star. Like it's definitely very childish, so I think for me it'd be like a 3-star, but this is the type of book I wanted to read though, so can I give it that low of a rating. I don't know, maybe I just won't rate it. I'll just say I finished it. Okay, so next up we have one of these two. We have Fear Street, Secret Admirer, or Goosebumps, Slappy World's Judy and the Beast. So this one is definitely rated as juvenile. This one is teen horror. I kind of want to just get Slappy World stuff out of the way. If I did ask my friends which book I should read next, so whatever we end up reading, we read based off their suggestions. So we'll see. All right, be back. Hello. Okay, so I finished reading Goosebumps Slappy World, and it's Judy and the Beast. So this other one was also Slappy World, but this one's Slappy Birthday to You, Judy and the Beast. I must say, I think I'm a little burnt out of R L Stine, so I'm gonna give a little pause to the vlog. For Fear Street, this one already, I did attempt to start reading it. I think I got 10 pages in, but again, I think I'm just a little burnt out over this. The premise of this was there's this girl named Judy, and she wants so badly to go be with her brother and her dad on this little trip that they take annually. They go fix this person's like house and do repairs every year. But it's out in like the middle of nowhere, and they have to take a carriage to get there. Somehow Judy gives the babysitter the slip, ends up in the carriage, and like is there. Now her brother and her dad like warned her so many times, like, you're gonna hate it up here, do not come. It's a dad and son thing only. The son's gonna help with work, yada yada. And yeah, sure enough, as soon as she gets there, she's like, I hate it here, I just want to go home. And then she's like super paranoid about seeing a beast like roaming around, and then she meets like the head of the household, and she goes, you're like the beast. Like there's so many like hints that point to that guy being the beast, right? And then amongst the like many things going on already with her, she decides she's gonna go tell her dad right that second that they have to leave when he's working on the roof. So she goes up and she goes, Dad! And of course he like falls off the roof because he's scared, and she's just so dumb. Okay, and then what else did I have on here? Because I think all I have right now is just venting about like the main character Judy just sucking, just being so annoying. All right, so then she like starts to see like these guys like show up in her room, and they're like, you never saw us, like you never saw us, don't tell anyone that you saw us. And of course she does. And then people are trying to play it off like, oh, I don't know who they are, and yada yada. Anyways, like, long story short, it sounds like there's like a beast that's after her, and her brother and her dad left. Now it's just her and this like main household dude, and she like thinks that this guy is like the beast and it's gonna kill her. Turns out, no, it's her brother that's the beast. She finds her brother and dad. Her brother turns into the beast, and it's crazy. Like, I guess I just didn't expect it though, so that was good, right? And then like the main household guy, like Baker, he's like, I'm a scientist that like helps prevent this stuff. Like, I have a cure, but only lasts for a year. So that's why your family comes up every year. And so she was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? And she's like, well, I'm gonna like leave or something like that. And he's like, oh no, you can't leave. You might have the gene too. When is your 13th birthday? And she's like, oh, in like a few days. And she like pulls up her sleeves for something, and sure enough, she's like all beast up on her arm. So that was an interesting book for sure. Honestly, as much as I did not like the main character, I'd prefer this one over this one any day, hands down. This one had some good, okay comedy in it, but this one actually had like intense, like a little creepier scenes. Like, I liked this. So next one in the vlog is going to be this Fear Street one. I will resume eventually on Fear Street, so I'll let you guys know whenever I start it. But now I have to start a different vlog, and that'll be interesting. All right, see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Okay, I know you're waiting for my review of Fear Street. I did not read it. And honestly, I think I'm kind of burnt out of R L Stine. I think I put so much pressure on myself to read this, like these amount of books in like such a short little time. And I have renewed this 2 times already to try and read it. I can't bring myself to read it. And honestly, I think I'm in a book reading slump because I've like barely read any books this month of October. I know, now we're on October, okay? This is how long it is. Like, it's been since I started this vlog. So, let's see here. I will not be finishing, and that's pretty much it. Oof. Okay, sorry to disappoint that I did not finish Fear Street. I'm sure it would have been good. It seemed kind of intriguing, and this is actually one that I was really actually looking forward to. I just can't read right now. I just can't. So let me know what you guys thought, and if you would read any, or if I should revisit Fear Street in the future. All right, bye guys.